know, it's just too cold these days, and even here in the studio. And if you can see, we have taken our shoes off because of this warm ondol mat we have in the studio.
Yes. In fact, winter is definitely upon us. Since December, temperatures have been plummeting here in Seoul. In fact, it even snowed on December 1st, which was pretty cool. But that does signal the fact that it might be a very long and cold winter. So I brought into the studio today on Hot Items several heaters and humidifiers that will help us all get through the winter in one piece. And that's starting with, of course, what you mentioned we've got here on the ground, something that all Koreans and people who've been to Korea during the winter know and love, and that is the ondol heating system, right?
It's Korea's traditional heating system where the heat from the fireplace runs through the floor to the room, making it really warm and sometimes really hot.
Right.
Right.
Well, this is a little bit different, though. This is the DIY hot water ondol heating system, and it's a little bit different because, as the name implies, you can actually easily assemble it at home yourself very easily and conveniently. So it's really cool, and the panels themselves are very light and thin as well. In fact, they are made of a material called galvarium. Now, galvarium sounds pretty high-tech, and that's because it is. In fact, it conducts heat 3 times more efficiently than a regular ondol heating system, so it's much warmer as well.
So how do you install this system?
Well, putting it together at home is very simple. In fact, you simply connect the panels yourself, connect the hoses to them, as we can see here in the video. And as you can notice as well, it's done all by hand. You don't need any tools whatsoever. So simple to assemble for anybody at home. You connect the hoses right here, and then you pour the water inside, you turn it on, and you have that sweet ondol heating. You see the kids enjoying it right there.
So it's run with hot water.
That's right.
All right, and let's move on to this heating system over here.
Yes, we have something else very interesting here as well. This right here is the S-warmer. Now, this is in fact the world's first heating device to use far infrared light. This is the heating device of the future. Now, that sounds a little bit crazy and maybe a little unsafe as well, but in fact, it's received safety certification both in Japan and Europe that ensure that it emits less than half of what's called the EMC. Now that sounds a little bit high-tech as well, scientific jargon, but in layman's terms, basically it means that it is very safe for you and your family. And speaking of safe, you can see here that the heat, it's very nice, right? You can feel it coming out.
It's warm.
But you can touch it and you won't get burned. You can lay your hand on it.
For the other heating devices we see, if you put your hand here, you probably get a burn on your hands.
Exactly.
But this one, it's totally safe. So you can stick it underneath the desk.
Yes,
and
you can do that.
even on the floor, as you can see behind Jessie.
You can put it on the floor as well. And you can take a look here too, putting paper on it as well. And it does not light on fire.
And it's totally
which is
safe,
very good.
even for children, I guess.
That's right, absolutely. And now it's also very light. As we can see, we've got one right here. I can pick it up very easily. It weighs only 1.7 kilograms, so it's very easy to carry around with you and to set up at the office under your desk, which is basically the main purpose for
Because usually when we try to get a heating device in the office, it usually takes up too much space, or you are worried about whether it will burn your clothes or not. But like, even if you stick it right beneath that desk of yours, it'll be totally safe, it'll stay warm, and it's even light. You don't even have to worry about it falling down.
Absolutely. So, and it's very light. That's an absolutely good thing to point out. Now you can use it in the bedroom as well. Not only can you affix it under the desk, but you can put it on the stand, as you can see right there, and as we've done here in the studio. So it's very multi-purpose and very dynamic. You can use it anywhere. So a very cool device.
Right.
And now, yes, I would like to introduce something very cool. As we take a look over here, you can see we've got a variety of humidification going on here in the studio.
But it doesn't look like one, especially the small one over there.
Yeah, it looks like a little donut, doesn't it? Yeah, this right here is what's called the fog ring, and it is a portable humidifier that you can carry around with you wherever you need to go. You could bring it to the office. You could even bring it to the coffee shop, although you might get a few strange looks.
It's small enough to carry in your pocket.
Absolutely, and you simply turn it on with the touch of a button. And let's see, got to get all the water out here. Well, that one isn't working too well.
So the sensor is supposed to work when you put it in the water, right?
Yes, absolutely. Ah, there we go. Now it should work just fine. There we go. It wasn't on. That was my fault.
So you just need to connect it to a USB pot or your computer or whatever. Then the humidifier starts working, right?
Yeah. And the other cool thing is it's self-cleaning, so you never have to worry about taking it apart and cleaning it.
Oh, self-cleaning.
Yeah, so that's really cool. And what we have beside it right here, speaking of cleaning, this is the micro clean pot. Now, the reason it has that name is because of the way you can clean it. If you can go ahead right there and pour water onto the bowl.
Can I just pour it in?
Yeah, and right there, that's all of the components inside and out from the micro clean pot. They're all completely waterproof, so you can wash them at home just using regular soap and water. So very convenient. You don't have to worry about damaging it at all.
You know, the concern that people used to have with humidifiers is that you can't see with your own eyes whether it's cleaned thoroughly enough, or you have to change the filter every time you use it. But this way, we can just see how clean we have washed it. And
yeah, absolutely. Now, the other great thing is, compared to a lot of other humidifiers, you can see right here, the gentleman here is washing it just with regular water and soap in the sink. Now, it almost even looks like a salad bowl, but it's not that multi-purpose.
It's just like doing your dishes.
Yeah, exactly. Very simple, very easy to clean. Now, the other cool thing is it's also a little portable as well. Not quite as portable as the fog ring, but this is definitely something you can easily take with you to the office. And it floats in water. This is a big point about it.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Most humidifiers actually have their own hot water, water supply that they use to emit the water particles. But this device here actually uses the water that it's floating on, and for this reason, it's received a lot of awards for design and innovation at various conventions and fairs. So definitely quite an innovative product.
Wow.
And now, lightening up the ambience a little bit, right over here is our next item.
It looks like a fountain.
Yeah, it is almost like a fountain, in fact. This is a garden and a humidifier all in one. It's the Healing Multi-Purpose Plant Humidifier by Green Tobat, and it is very cool. It looks very beautiful, and you mentioned the waterfall effect. In fact, it was designed with the whole waterfall concept in mind, and the water itself goes through 12 different steps. Has to be processed 12 times.
12 different steps?
Yes.
Where?
And the water itself actually emits anions, which is very good for your health, and it also helps to clean up any particles or dust in the air too.
And with the plants there, it looks like a nice fountain. It looks like a fountain, and it'll be a great interior item for you.
It's a great piece of decor as well as being healthy and allowing you to grow your own kind of personal garden inside the home.
So you can choose the plants you want to go in
Exactly, and you can place 8 of them in total around it. And the great thing is the water that is emitted from the humidifier itself actually passes through the plants, so it keeps them vibrant and healthy. You don't have to worry about tending to them all the time.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. So as winter continues to get colder and colder, and a lot of us are bundled up inside the home. Of course, we have to go to work as we are here today in the studio.
But we can carry these items to the office,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely. That's a great point. The Ondol heating system, maybe not so much.
But like this
but
heating
definitely
system
the S warmer,
and
definitely the
those
fog ring.
humidifiers.
Yeah, all the humidifiers. And setting up something like this in the home is a beautiful way to fight the cold and fight the dry air of winter as well.
Some really great ideas here.
Yeah.
How do you guys like it?
You know, I'm really into that plant thing over there, because you get to kill 8 birds with one stone, or 9 birds actually. You can put up to 8 plants over there, and you don't have to water them all. You just go ahead and refill that water. And not only that, this is the best natural way of keeping your surroundings and your home environment humidified, I think. So this, I'm into this.
You guys need to take your shoes off.
You brought up a great point. You can bring the these humidifiers to your coffee shop.
I believe I brought up that point.
Oh, okay.
You can put that in
So
your
when
coffee?
you're done with your coffee, you just pour water into
I see.
it.
Wow.
And then dunk this baby right in here, and then you have a personal humidifier on the go.
So yeah.
Anywhere
Perfect. Can you hold that for us?
dry,
And then, because dry
whenever.
conditions cannot be good for your skin, really, and for your health overall. So turn it on, please. Whew. All right, this thing's not working at the moment. But
Well, let's try
anyhow.
this Ondor because the Ondor system is rather very, you can already
It's
feel
warm.
it because of the fact that heat actually travels up. You know, the Ondor
Right.
system has been proven to heat homes better. And if you actually use this, then you may be able to save on some of your heating bills, which can actually spike, especially during the winter time, right?
Yeah, it's
Guys,
very
I got
energy
this to
efficient.
work.
Okay, sweet.
It
Yeah,
just
you have
looks
to
like
turn
a
this
hot
on
cup
first
of
and then
coffee.
that.
You have
Yeah.
your personal humidifier
it does,
right
definitely.
against your skin. It has to be good for your skin.
Ooh, you have to come up on here. You have to
Yeah,
really
it's very
see
nice,
it.
All right,
yeah.
take off your shoes.
Very nice, very nice.
And
Wow,
have
that
some
feels
tangerines
warm. Oh,
on
wow.
this warm Ondor
Well, I think the tangerines might actually have gotten warmer.
I want to go underneath
yeah,
the
good
rug so it's nice and warm.
So yeah, this is basically just as warm as your regular Ondol heating system, but at a much more energy efficient rate and something that you can set up inside your apartment. Now the other cool thing is it's very light and thin so that you're able to arrange it and adjust it depending on the size of your living space as well. Are we
Okay.
giving out oranges here?
Yes, we are.
Cold
Minjo, your
winter
cup
day.
looks like you put
There
some
you
dry
go.
ice in your cup.
It looks like the coffee is scalding hot or something. All right, well, that was fun.
right.
Thank you, Jesse and Jinju.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
Happy to be here.
All right, thank you guys for joining us on this Wednesday morning. It is a slippery one once again, so be careful out there on the roads if you are in Seoul or the surrounding provinces, and especially in the central regions.
We'll be back at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Stay warm.
Bye-bye.